Dear chess.com viewers, I'm Grandmaster Delchev. Welcome back to my video series about the Scotch game. In this particular video, we'll cover in detail the last remaining alternative, the queen to h4 position, well-known position from the Scotch game, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, e take d4, knight takes d4. And now, black played a very aggressive move, queen to h4, attacking the pawn e4, queen very early. Obviously, this is very risky, very aggressive. This line is named after the first world champion, William Steinitz, and now it's not at all exaggerated to say that this move is refuted, but there are still players who adopt it from time to time, hoping to confuse their unprepared opponents. Indeed, finding interpretation over the board is not at all easy, so I decided to devote the whole video to it. But before going in details, I'd like to point one move which you'll never find in any opening books. It's the move d5. This looks like a logical move, but also there is one big problem for black: how to meet bishop to b5. Very obvious refutation, but looks like this is not the best move, as now black takes on e4. Looks like it's going to lose a material after knight a6, but there is queen to d1, check, king to d1. Now black saves the piece after the move a6, after bishop a4. Black goes bishop to d7. Now it's impossible to save the extra piece, so white just continue knight c3, bishop to c6, bishop to c6, b takes c6 at least. White is getting a small advantage because of the ruined pawn structure on the queen side, but I think black has enough activity after castle on to compensate. So even though white has a small advantage, it's probably not enough to win the game. So it's really a very nasty problem. How to refute it? I think I found a solution here. White should take e take d5, and after queen d5, it's a very original way. White goes queen e2 check. The idea is after any of defenses, bishop e7 or knight e7 or queen e5, let's say queen e5, white continue with knight b5, and there is no way for black to defend c7. Again, the same tactical problem. Remember when black develops his queen too early, and c7 is a very big problem for black to defend. So the only move is to play bishop e6, but then white has a very easy advantage after knight take e6. Then knight c3 attacking the queen. White is already a bishop parent. Superior pawn structure, bishop to b4, now bishop d2, and white is much better. It's going to castle long, and black has the problems with his weak e6 pawn. So it's a very rare line, but now you know how to deal with it. After queen h4, it seems like it's not so easy. It's not so easy for white to defend his pawn. Okay, there is a move knight c3 at first, in a very natural move, but after bishop b4, what to do? How to defend the e4 pawn? If you don't know the right way to proceed, it is unlikely that you find the right move over the board. So the move is bishop to e2. As usual in a Scotch game, the material is not of such importance. The most important is the activity of the pieces and creating threats. Okay, now I will show you a very interesting game in which black didn't take the pawn immediately. They played knight to f6, which was a favorite weapon. The Macedonian grandmaster Nikola Mitkov, who is now playing in USA. I played a couple of games against him, and he was very comfortably playing knight f6 and having a very good result. But let's see first what is happening if black takes queen to e4, accepting the sacrifice. The right way to proceed. The same tactical idea. Knight to b5, attacking c7, and black doesn't have a proper way to defend. If queen e5, then we can have f4, and black cannot defend anymore the c7. So before black playing king to d8, the only move, they first take on c3, spoiling a little bit the pawn structure. Now king to d8, white castle, and white already has a very good compensation for the sacrifice pawn. Black king is in the center, and the best setup is something like, let's say, knight to f6, bishop to e3, rook e8, then we go rook e1, queen to d5. Now queen goes to a3, and then after rook d1, black is already set for combination knight c7 or even bishop to b6. It's a very unpleasant position. Probably black will not survive for long. So let's see in the game what is happening after the move knight f6. After bishop e2, black played knight to f6. This move is supposed to be an improvement, but as you're going to see in this game, it was refuted, and it was refuted by an ordinary player with a rating 2100. If it's a grandmaster here with white, you'll be sure that he will find this refutation too. White goes here knight f5, attacking the queen. Black takes queen to e4. There is not anything else. There's no choice. Now white takes the pawn, knight to g7 check, when black has a tricking moves, but the result is absolutely the same. White has a decisive attack without having given any material for it. In the game, black played king e7. If king f8, white goes bishop to h6. Now if queen to g2, we just go knight h5 check, king e7, then bishop f3, then going queen e2 check. Let's say after queen g6, white goes queen e2 check, then king d8, and now white is winning by bishop to g7. Don't be scared from rook e8 because bishop f6 is check, and after bishop e7, white has many moves are winning, but knight g7 is the more clear way, remaining with the exchange up and completely winning position. After queen h4, now knight f5, queen takes e4, knight g7 check. Black played king to e7, went white just castle short, bishop to c3, and queen to g6. Black is hoping to trap this knight, but there is a knight h5, easy move. With only king and queen developed, black cannot hope to survive for very long. Just let's have a look at the rest of the game, as it's again one instructive example how to attack the uncastled king. Here after d6, white gets his rook with tempo, bishop e6, knight to f4, attacking queen, setting the knight to f4 in very good attacking position, and now bishop to c4, attacking d5. Black hopes to block the file, and now white has a very strong move. Let's try to find how to continue the attack, how to bring the rest of the army into the action. If you need more time, you can pause the video, but I think the white is very simple continuation. Rook take e5, now bishop a3 check, king to e8. Now there is a plenty of options, even opportunities. Knight take e6 was probably winning, bishop b5, bishop to d7, and now after knight h5, and black resign. There should be no more followers of the queen h4 line, but you never know. Being prepared is always useful. I think all these opening videos, where I cover the black possible alternatives on move 4, are completely enough to start having fun with the Scotch. But if you seriously consider to use it in your main opening repertoire, I strongly recommend you to go over the subsequent videos. Now, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back.
Right. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Huh?